Now, it's entirely possible in your work at some point in the future you'll have many, many more layers than what is reflected here. So learning to link, group, and merge layers will help you shortcut your workload in the future. So let's take a look at this image, and we've got a number of elements. We've got the selection layer, we've got the two text layers, we've got the texture layer back here, and then of course the original photograph. And we want to consolidate these a little bit, and it could be that you have 10, 15, 20 layers on a huge project that you're working on, and this concept is going to really come in handy to help you organize and move a little bit quicker towards getting your work done. So let's say we want to move these elements around in the workspace, and rather than come in, click this one, move it around like this, and then come down and get this one and then move it around, and same thing for the selection layer. Okay, rather than do it individually like that, we can link them all together and go one, hold down the control key on the PC or the command key on the Mac, click on this one and this one, right click, and then come up to link layers. And now, even though we only have one layer selected and we come in and we want to move things, they'll all move at the same time on the workspace. And that especially comes in handy when you're sure that everything is arranged perfectly in relation to each other. Now let's say that you want all of your text layers in one place, assuming it will work from a logistical standpoint, meaning you don't want to put this text layer underneath here because it'll disappear because this texture layer is opaque. So assuming that you can see the element in the document, you might want to group everything together. So let's take a look at how that works. We're going to choose all of our text layers and then come up to Layer, Group Layers. Now watch what happens. Over here on the layers palette, these layers were grouped together in one spot, so all of my text layers are in one spot where I can get to them and make changes and possibly link them together, etc., etc. I can add layer styles and do all kinds of stuff right here logistically in the same place. Now let's say I want to group these three layers. Now we come over, Layer, Group Layers, and you can see the slight indentation that occurs on the layers that are grouped together, and that occurs to allow you to identify which of these three layers, or however many layers you want to group together, are consolidated in one place. And if you want to get rid of it, just take one of the layers, move it, and it will automatically come out of the group. Just like that, and it's not in the group anymore. And same way with linking. If you don't want to link these layers anymore, you just simply click on the link icon, unlink layers. Unlink layers, and none of the layers are linked. So learning how to link and select layers is a very valuable thing. Now the one last thing we have to discuss is what's called merging layers. And let's say for instance that we really like where these two layers are and we don't want to risk having these move out of position. We then click layer 2, hold down the control key on the PC, command key on the Mac, click, right click, and then merge layers. And then we will create one layer out of what was previously two layers, thus reducing the number of elements in your layer stack. And you can see how that works right there. And then we can come over, click on it, and we can move it around like this. Or let's say that we like all of these layers in the same place together. Then we go Layer, Merge Layers, or Control E, Control plus E on the PC, or Command E on the Mac. Click on it. And once again, all of these layers will be merged into one layer. This will help you simplify your layer stack someday in the future when you have a lot of elements in one document. So there we have three different ways to manage and organize your layers to help you work more quickly when the number of elements in your document stacks up real high.